Hey guys, today I want to tell you guys a story, and I figure I can do this a lot more now because I'm trying to, make more videos. So today's story is actually about a trip I took when I was a senior. So, once upon a time, I was a senior in high school, and I had just finished Spanish 4, and I decided to try Japanese because I was like, why not? At the time, I was really big into anime and all that stuff, and I kind of just thought I tried learning Japanese on my own, which I guess didn't work out because there's a lot of things I didn't get. And so I took the class. I was like, oh, I'm gonna learn Japanese. Two things. First thing is, it was not what I thought it would be, and it was a little trickier because I guess like content for it was definitely not what I thought it would be. The second thing was it's not. Yeah, anime is like a huge thing with Japanese, but it was kind of where there was more to it, and maybe, well, obviously, duh, you probably watching the show like, oh, of course, there's more to it. But I guess it opened my eyes a little bit, and this video is not about the class. It's about a trip I took. So they offered a chance to go to Japan, and I trust me, your boy was excited. I was so amped to go to this trip. But it was a whole thing with my parents. You see, leaving the country is one thing, but leaving the country to go to another country that I guess is kind of different in culture and not very close to where I live was a bit of a challenge with my parents. And I finally convinced my parents to go to Japan. And so the Japanese trip was 9 days, and we get on the plane, and the plane ride was kind of rough. American Airlines was not the best, I guess, but I do remember that flight being really weird and awkwardly sat. And so we landed. We had to take like two planes. We took one plane to Japan, then we took another plane in Japan to go to where we were going, which I think was Hiroshima originally. And so it was fun. I kind of had some. The highlights of the trip definitely was the fact of experiencing what it was to be in another country. I thought that was fantastic. And there was a ton of opportunities to just see the world differently. So, like, if you're here and then you're there, it's like you kind of have to immerse yourself because you're not at home. And that was weird, but kind of fun. The other thing really do recall is losing my wallet at a hotel. And as you know, Japanese use yen and we use dollars. And losing my wallet, I didn't lose my passport, I lost my wallet. It was like a coin purse because if you look up money, like, a dollar's a coin, etc., etc. And so I lost my wallet, and that sucked because let's be honest here, it was intense. When you lose your wallet, originally it's not a big deal because you're in America. And because you're in America when you lose your wallet, you or your state, you don't have to worry about it because you're from that state. You can easily replace it. You can easily get rid of. You easily get what you need back. But when you lose something like a wallet in another country, there is a whole stage of paranoia here. Now, in my wallet at the time, I believed my ID was in there, and there's a bunch of other important documents. And luckily, I had my passport because that would have sucked ass. But losing something like a wallet in another country, it was crazy, and I guess it wasn't found. My sensei had to give me money for the rest of the trip. Other thing I really remember was my host family. Now, if you've ever stayed with a host family, or if you've ever been to Japan or another country, you've noticed when you stay with somebody else, culture again is completely different. So like their bedtime is your bedtime, and you kind of have to change things accordingly to your life, to their life, to match up, i.e., eating, living, doing things. Uh, Amount of walking, maybe the town is a little different, but I did learn a lot of patience. I think that's the coolest part about doing something like that. Everyone over there was so great and so nice. And it was cool because usually, being from New York, you get a lot of these people who, yeah, there's some are patient, but there's a lot of us who are very just like in your face and very like quick to snap, quick to be rude. And it made me realize how much of life I was being so negative towards. And I actually started changing a little bit to being more positive. And that was really the start of it, all of that positive energy. I thought it was cool in a way because I was out of my comfort zone and I actually lost weight coming back from Japan, which is kind of funny because I guess everything I ate over there was a little bit healthier. So all the stuff I brought home, I I, I got a lot of gifts. That's the other third thing I remember. I got a lot of gifts for my family because my host mom, shout out to my host mom if you're watching this. My host mom got me a gift from my mother, and it was so awesome. It was a scarf, and she got her like a little phone charm, and it was so nice. Like it was for real, like real deal, awesome stuff. And I was kind of jealous I didn't get something like that. I got some stuff. I got a shirt that was like a medium, and then it didn't fit me because I was not the size like into how their sizing was. But that was cool too. The coolest part about leaving the country is connections you've made. And to this day, I still am friends with my host mom, and she still likes my stuff on Facebook. I sometimes I will say I need to brush up on Japanese, but if I can go back in time and change anything about that trip, I wouldn't change anything. And that's only because I think for what it was great. And there were some memories I feel like I hated. Like this kid, uh, this kid got lost. He knows who he is, and we went to Kyoto, and we had to take two buses to a temple, and it was raining, and he decides to get lost, and we were on one bus to the other bus, and the group had to wait in the rain to go back to. It was a whole thing, and I think in a way, trips like that define situations. And now I guess in a way I'm more patient towards things. I'm not as so quick to judgment, and yeah. So lesson here: if you ever get the opportunity to travel to another country, take it. If you find I want to travel more, I do, just not right now. I would love. I was actually thinking about this to go to Spain as my next trip, but yeah. So thanks for watching. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys to death with all these details about my trip. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I guess yeah. If you have any suggestions for a video or questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video so I can make more videos for you guys. And yeah, it's been real, and until next time.